Is AI taking over digital content and marketing?
SaaSberry AI Podcast. Today's speakers: Chace Cade, Chris Cade. Is AI taking over digital content and marketing?
Welcome to the SaaSberry AI podcast, where we talk about AI as a topic with a bunch of different things going on. Usually we have a guest speaker on, but today we're just going to be talking about our experience and our opinion on if we think AI is taking over the digital content and marketing spaces. So I guess first I'll just ask you, like, what do you think? Do you understand what that really is asking? Do you think AI is taking over digital content and marketing spaces?
I do. Um, I see it all the time, and I think we had a talk earlier today about me even noticing on TV and online ads created with AI. I don't like the voices anymore. I know it's AI right away. I have friends in my AI mastermind classes talking about check out this new tool, and they make videos, and I'm like, okay, the quality is definitely getting better, but it's still to me non-human AI now. I recognize it right away, and kind of actually gets on my nerves sometimes. I miss
Hmm.
more human interaction, more regular dialogue. I've even had 3 or 4 spam phone calls today, and I could tell they were AI generated voice tools calling me and not real humans. And, instead of even me being polite to them, just hung up, right? So definitely see it taking over everything for sure.
Well, that exactly relates to my answer on this topic because yeah, my reason why I'm no and yes. So is it taking over? No and yes. I'd say yes because, like you said, it's disrupting everything, and it's really being used in every aspect of every business in all content creation and marketing. So yeah, it's definitely taking over in that sense, where it's being used everywhere. So you have to be learning it, following it, and using it essentially. But no, it's not taking over because you must adapt and learn, but you don't want to let it become you. So yes, it's taking over in a way, but it's not taking over in the sense where it's taking over digital content and marketing as a whole. So
I mean, I follow some people on LinkedIn. I don't even think they're proofreading what they're posting. It's just an AI tool that's generating fake pictures, fake content and everything. And she is saying, tell me in the comments below on your thoughts. And I want to put on there and say, did you even read what you posted? Like, what is it that you even said? Do you even have the knowledge to speak like that? Or is this all 100% AI content? To me,
mhm.
it looks 100% AI content. And she's getting tens of thousands of followers, and she acts like she's an AI expert and a builder and a user. Definitely a user, but I don't see any type of human type of dialogue. And I don't even want to, I just scroll by her posts right away on LinkedIn on a regular basis.
Well, that's impressive because I like to say, like, use AI as a tool. Don't let AI become you. So grow with AI. Don't let AI become you. It seems like she was pretty successful on letting AI become her. So that's impressive that she actually did become successful
think,
being the bot.
I think though, the first 3 months of this year, it was a lot easier to gain followers leveraging AI.
For sure.
And, 10 months in, I think people are more, because I've seen under her comments, guys call her out or people call her out on a regular basis. I don't think I would have saw that 3 months ago, 6 months ago, 7 months ago. They would have been like, great content, great questions, great facts, great data, right? And so I think the people that are heavily entrenched in using AI can identify it, and they're getting even already tiresome of non supervised or human in the loop AI postings, right? And it's like getting an email from someone and reading it. I'm like, they didn't even proofread this. They just put this into GBT and pasted it into their email and sent it to me, right?
Mm.
Yeah, and I say to you and everyone on our team all the time, use AI, but always triple check everything before sending anything out with your human eyes.
Hmm. And whenever new AI tools come out, there's always like a huge hype around it, and it's going viral for a bit. But if you become the AI, I don't think you're going to be able to grow a strong community or a successful brand or image. I feel like you have to just always be authentic and real. That's what people are connecting with a lot more nowadays is being real, being authentic. And if you're always following the hype train, yeah, you can maintain hypeness every couple months. You go hype again, you go viral again. And that's probably what she does. She's just always following the hype train. But I feel like if you're really trying to grow something successful, or like a company or a community of people that just like relate to you on a strong level, where that's when that you're gonna make sales, right? I feel like you need to stay authentic and real.
Yeah.
Um,
I
so that's
sorry, Chase, before you sorry to interrupt, I've said it before and I'll say it again. There will be a role on the leadership team of every organization as CHO, Chief Human Officer, and that person will be accountable to make sure that their message and connection with their customers are done in a human interaction community type of way rather than just an AI automated content script. And I really think that you'll see CHOs be applied to businesses as people more adopt AI into their organization. And the more organizations using AI are going to have a competitive advantage, but it's the ones that have humans in the loop to add that creativity, that personal touch, that are really going to get higher up on revenues
Mhm.
and opportunities.
Well, that's exactly what I wanted to talk about next. Is Authentic authenticity is the foundation of digital success, but I also think authenticity is the foundation of all success in all realms. I mean, I've gone viral on multiple different accounts online, multiple different niches. I've gone viral on videos, on a couple of videos per account. I've gone viral plenty full of times and gained followers from the viral videos. But what I've realized is if I'm really trying to grow a following that really wants to follow me, and where I have a strong fan base, because like on my channels where I've gotten followers from going viral, I'll have my 1 million view video, and then all of a sudden the next one's 200,000, the next one's 100. And yeah, I have 10,000 or 4,000 subscribers, but I have my hype video and then less and less on every video after that. And then a hype video and less. What I've realized is you got to just, instead of trying to go viral, you got to try to just be yourself and talk about what you love or sell what you love and love what you sell. And if you be yourself and you love what you do and what you sell, then you'll slowly grow a strong fan base or strong um, customers in that sense. So I think it's not just digital success, but authenticity is the foundation of all success, I think.
Yeah, I think connection, right? Like our the projects we've worked on, the relationships that we've created through business is done through, at the end of the day, many of them um, through a handshake and through personal, guarantees. Like, look, I'll make sure we get through this. We get through this, and we're in this together, right? And I think that AI is disconnecting connection, it's authenticity, and that's going to become, and a lot of even younger generation kids, you see them having no personal skills
Hmm.
and so, like, I encourage everyone to take those devices away from their kids, teach them to go climb a tree, all that stuff that we were lucky enough to be raised with. And that will allow them to have that human connection. Because at some point, with AI, the ones that will be trumping just the AI factories are the ones that still are able to connect through community, through relationship, through trust, and no matter how smart AI gets, that will be always a human to human need.
Hmm. I totally agree. And when it comes to things more on business or content creation sides, I believe in all realms, and you can say what you think about this after I say it, but I think in all realms, you are the product. When it comes to me, I like to make content, and more specifically, my passion is one day I want to make films. But when you think of like a movie like Inglorious Bastards, is the product really the movie? I guess it is because it's what people are watching, but the product really is Quentin Tarantino, and that's just his creativity that he given out. When it comes to when it comes to us at SaaSberry and AI agents, like I truly believe you, Chris and Steve, you guys are the product. You're selling yourselves. You have to be real and authentic and sell yourselves and say, these agents help us. And that's why these agents are going to help you guys. We're the product. And I feel like that's what would sell too, because I am the product and I'm giving you my creativity. I'm giving you these agents that we create, we're passionate about, and they work because we love them and we truly believe in them and we use them. And I don't know. What do you think about that?
Yeah, it's interesting because we've got so many AI consulting firms right now asking us to help them with the building of agents. At the end of the day, we're still custom software engineers. In regards to Steve and I being the product, well, at the end of the day, we're engineers. Our company is in engineering. I've been building disruptive tech since the 90s. Um, I think that what we are a team of people that eat, live, breathe this stuff right now. Our customers are eating, living, breathing their own products and services. And so while you say we're a product, I don't know if I agree with you. What we are experts that our customers couldn't have the capability to become so they can leverage us fractional amounts of time to accomplish their goals, right? I have a lot of agencies coming to us recently about how we could build out uh, their engineering needs. And I've even had customers say, well, we'll start building our own software. Understanding how complex it is, even though low code, no code's getting more and more and more advanced, to, to engineer and also to make sure my team are always with the latest and greatest is at this point not a possibility for organizations that are busy just selling their own products and services. Traditional, even budgeting. I was talking to a CEO friend of mine today. Traditional budgeting, where they all lock themselves in a room for a week and say, okay, here's our budgets over the next 12 months approved. That needs to shift a lot as well. Um, through our budgeting yesterday, Steve and I, when I was talking to him, I need to understand how much I have to mark as overhead to make sure that, Rose or Jignesh or Sad or whoever on our team, yourself, have time to constantly experiment with new tools, get certified in new tools. And that is R&D, and to experiment with new prototypes and proof of concepts. That is a hard to predict cost. And so in regards to us being a product, Steve and I would disagree. We're an organization that can extend a company's team where we work with them. They still need to build out their own AI capabilities, have AI skills that a company wouldn't have had a year ago. But knowing that, this component over here for us to become a software engineering is a big challenge, and it's not easy like maybe some of the public speakers share on stage as it is.
Mhm.
So we're a solution provider that just love this stuff, and we can help them with their. But we can't build agentic AI, Chase, without them giving us their passion around their own product and services. We don't know that, right?
Exactly, and I totally agree with you. I think the part where I was saying you guys are the product is kind of like how you started your conversation there. It's kind of how you said in the beginning it was how some people have said, "Well, I'll just build it myself," and then you kind of said, "But we're passionate about it. We always got the latest and greatest stuff." Like, so that's why people choose you and Steve because they choose you guys. They could maybe go try to do it themselves, but it's not going to be as good. It's going to be a lot more complicated. They're not as passionate about AI and AI agents as you guys are. So that's kind of where I was kind of saying, I think, is where you guys are the product. So, because really they're buying you guys. I mean, there's a lot more that goes into it
I guess
behind the
you're
scenes.
I guess you're right. We're merging and now hiring some strategic leaders at SaaSberry. So SaaSberry's changing from Chris and Steve to, Chris, Steve. There's Adrian coming on board. There's Brooks coming on board. Your career is advancing. So I think the product is SaaSberry, but the human component of it without AI content are the discussions that they have with us. So So definitely the product is SaaSberry, a solution provider that can be an extension of your team to accomplish your goals around AI. But the human component of it, going back to just AI taking over content, I think it will, but then it'll level out where people will automatically scroll past or take it off the screen when they initially find out that, you know what, this isn't scripted, this isn't human, and they don't want that. And there'll be more of a passion out there for people to find human created content experiences rather than AI initiated.
Mhm. What I've also realized is, obviously, like we've been saying, is people don't really care about your story, about your content, unless it feels real, unless it feels authentic. But I also don't think people care about your story unless they see themselves within it. You could tell a story that is great story, and this is why we build this, and this is why we did this. For example, with private B&B, we had you always tell your story about how you had a cabin, you couldn't find a software that would just organize it all for you and make it easier, make life easy. So you had a big story, and that story wouldn't sell to people unless they could see themselves in it. And if nobody can see themselves within your story won't sell. You have to build a community through relatability.
Yeah, you nailed it. So SaaSberry, as you know, but our listeners don't, we own one of our SaaS apps that we own is called privatebnb.com. And it is a Airbnb type travel tool, short-term travel agency tool that connects renters and homeowners directly. And yesterday, a new subscriber had asked to just kind of go over some stuff with me. She looked at Lodgify, HostAway. These are like 100 to $1 billion revenue property management software companies. And she said, "What's the story? How did you guys come up with private B&B?" I told her about how I used to invest in lakefront houses and how I used to let my friends stay there. Friends, I didn't go on Verbo or Airbnb. I connected with that lady because everything I was saying was exactly what she was needing. And at the end of the day, she goes, "I think you answered all my questions. This is great." And finally found something that suits my personal journey, not what the hostaways and the Lodgifies that are meant for property managers trying to maximize as many rental nights. I think we really connected. Her cabin was on a lakefront in Michigan. Ours was in Kamloops. There was good fishing there. She had a secondary cabin on there that she only rented out to uh, uh, more when groups were larger and to friends, she called it. And so we connected. And I think with everything with content, including yourself, when you're creating these unbelievable videos, you still need to connect and they need to feel like, wow, I know exactly what he or she is saying. That is exactly what I was thinking. That was exactly what I need. And there needs to be that human connection. Will AI get better? Yeah, it's going to get better. So I don't know what it's
Mhm,
going to be like next year, Chase. I'm just
mhm,
talking about right now. It's kind of that me, I scroll by it when I see purely 100% AI content, and I actually get frustrated seeing so much responses sometimes when it wasn't even thought out. It was just AI generated.
mhm. Yeah, yeah. So, like you said, when it comes to the AI tools and how it's going to keep growing, and how it's going to get better, and it's going to learn how to be authentic or feel authentic and be more real or feel more real. Um, What I think I'm gonna continue to do, and I think all marketers and content creators should do, is don't chase trends like you always thought you should do. Because chasing trends, in my opinion, isn't authentic. That is chasing virality. That is chasing something different than what your initial message is. I feel like you need to stick to, you gotta define your message, define your niche. You gotta be your niche and stay consistent with your niche. I tried chasing trends for a long time, and I just there is some success in chasing trends, but I don't think that's, you're not building your own image at that point. It's just like using AI. You don't wanna be AI, you wanna use AI. You wanna use these tools,
Right. Yeah, I agree.
okay? So, like, talking about niches, I have a question for you. So, how did Safbury come to the AI agent niche? How did Safbury and you guys, you and Steve and everybody else, how did you guys come to love and have a passion for building these AI agents tools?
Yeah, I don't even think we're going to be using the word agent in another year from now. It's just going to be AI. But, Steve and I have had a lengthy career prior to SaaSberry. I was at Microsoft and I did AI, which was like data scientists, machine learning experts. And last October, I was at a Microsoft alumni event and I saw an autonomous agent for the first time, and it appeared to be thinking on its own. And when we started SaaSberry, we would build from the ground up custom software for startups, for enterprise, and or businesses that wanted to go from a SaaS product to a tailored product so that they could really tailor their business, whether it's plumbing, electrical, fitness. And it it was always a battle where, "Yeah, I can go to India to get this." Well, go to India. But when we took pride in delivering custom software, we then brought AI to it. And last October at that alumni event, when I reached out to Steve and said, "You need to take a look at this," he agreed and came back with an unbelievable offering of how we can help businesses go from how we can help them with an idea to proof of concept prototype to pilot to enterprise rollout in a phased approach. It just so happened that all of the custom software that we traditionally built before, all of the things that we did before, the SaaS sites before, everything kind of got secondary on our passion list. Every SaaS idea, we're like, wow, like if we built that and we dropped, $1 million to get it to market, or $2 million to get it to the client, will Meta or Google launch something tomorrow that just wiped our business out? So there was that concern, like, what is the future of SaaS offerings? And I think that we kind of last October, when we had this talk, this company wide meeting about the future of what services we're going to offer, everybody wanted to learn this. Everyone was excited about it. Everyone was just like, not only at work, but off hours, listening to podcasts, sharing stuff on WhatsApp through each other. Check this article out, check this link out. And I'm involved with some AI mastermind groups from around the world. One that's originally based out of Toronto that has members from all over the world. And now a big one in British Columbia is formed where I'm starting to get involved in it. And I'm seeing the passion from some people to just geek out on this stuff, just to nerd out on this. And it kind of made me feel like in my 20s when I was graduating from programming school and getting my first job, the passion I had to really build stuff. And when the internet came out, how we can do a website, I'm seeing that passion get rejuvenated again. I think that's how SaaSberry's niche came into this. And, we are a boutique agency and we can't say we're the jack of all trades. We can't do everything. So what are we really good at? What do we want to, and let's just focus on this niche. And that's what Microsoft has referenced to us before. We love how you just build agents in the Microsoft stack and there's nothing more you do. Not that they wouldn't want us to do more. It's just more like because you're just doing that, you're going to be the best at that. And I don't see that changing. Although everything changes so fast, I don't know where we'll be in 12 months from now. But right now, we just became passionate inventors of geeks of AI again. And that's how we fell into this niche that seems to be generating a lot of good responses from the community and businesses around town.
Love that. And that's like something that I've really, really, really realized recently when it comes especially to digital content and marketing is you really do have to sit down and say, okay, well, what do I love to do? And then so for me, it's content creation. And then, so when it comes to, hmm, say it comes to like my personal brand. So Chace Cade on Instagram. I have to say, well, what do? I am a videographer. So you got to choose your niche. So when you're doing content, you got to choose your niche and follow that niche and post direct straight line. You, a niche is very important. I've recently come to find, and especially when it comes to marketing and everything. If you have a different message every single time, you're never gonna.
Well, what is a
Uh,
videographer? You're passionate about creating cool stuff, man. And I've talked to employees like, do you even like what you're doing? Like, what do you want to do? Like, maybe you don't even want to do this career you're in. Like you're not going to be good, Chase, at what you do with content creation, videography, and whatever you want to call it, unless you're enjoying every moment and you're going to that extra extent or that extra step to make sure what comes across as something that could be mundane and boring with a little bit extra flair, a little bit extra flash. And that's what we all have to do. I'm really enjoying this new adventure, this new journey. Um, a customer again today said, "Well, what about in 12 months from now?" I have no idea. I mean, we do have a good, a general idea, but things are changing and evolving so much. You just have to have fun at what it is, whether you're a landscaper or a content creator online or an AI engineering CEO. If we're not having fun, why are we doing this? Because it won't work. Customers and your viewers see that passion, they feel that passion, and they want to be part of that. And so you're a hell of a lot more than just a videographer. That's one of your skills in order to accomplish the creation of human-centric connection online through video.
Hmm. I totally agree. But I think what I was kind of saying is when it comes to like growing a following, I couldn't start an account where like one day I'm making videos about how I'm a videographer, and one day I'm making videos about how I go to the gym, and one day I'm making videos about a hockey game, because I just don't think that'll
Right,
grow a following when it comes to like marketing and content.
right, right.
But
No, I agree. I mean, I'm in that AI mastermind group, and the two founders of it. I mean, that's what we do. We geek out and just talk about tools. I'm always saying that won't work in the corporate world because they're just experimenting on their laptops as an individual. And I always say that would be great for a real estate agent or a mortgage broker. If you're an independent seller of some sort, a real estate agent, for example, or a mortgage broker, embrace all of these tools because that will allow you to have more face time with your customers, which they want. But that's going to bring the community, bring them something that they like. Like outside of work, I love fishing and I follow some fishing groups. And what do I want to see in there? I want to see where, what you're catching, where you're catching it, what the weather's like, and if you started talking about other things,
mhm.
what I'm there for, I'm there to see and hear about fishing, not about car that you just bought.
Yeah, exactly. And that group chat that you have, that's a community of people that all are passionate about the same things, and you guys just talk. You're just yourselves on there talking about what you love. And a following for a business or your own self, I feel like is the exact same thing. It's a community, and you built it because you're being authentic, you're being real, and you're just sharing what you love. And I feel like that's what we're losing a lot nowadays is we're losing that authenticity. We're losing that realness. And I feel like if you want to be successful, me included, is I can't follow the trends and I can't become the AI. I have to continue to be myself and do what I love and use these as tools.
Yeah, exactly. That's what there are tools.
So, yeah, in a digital world full of AI generated noise, being your authentic, focused, and confident self is the only true competitive advantage. So, thanks, Chris, for joining me while I get to talk about content and marketing and involve it within the AI conversation.
Well, thank you for inviting me. And for the listeners out there, if they want any content created by us, we've got Chase and his team able to deliver some pretty cool stuff really cost effectively right now. And reach out to us. And Chase, don't stop creating. Don't stop pushing down your creativeness because of AI tools. They're much more valuable than anything. But make sure you learn a new AI tool every week.
For
Thanks a lot.
sure. You don't want to get behind at all ever. So yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks. Thanks everybody for joining the SaaSberry AI podcast. My name's Chase. We'll see you in the next episode.
SaaSberry AI Podcast. Today's speakers: Chace Cade, Chris Cade. Is AI taking over digital content and marketing?